now I'm surrounded by all the dies that have come in, so I'm going to show you them one by one in a moment. But live on TV, as it were, this is the first time that I've had my hands on one of these electronic Big Shots. They're called the Big Shot Express, and it's motorised. So we've got a little on-off switch here, but goes one way and goes the other way. We've got arrows, so we want it to come this way, so we're going to see what happens. Oh my goodness me! Look at that. Beautiful. There we go. That's it. And this one's embossed. Staying with Tim Holtz alterations, we're going over now to using the movers and shapers. This is Tim Holtz's tag and book plates. And I need to mention to you that this has a purpose. When I saw it, I wondered what it was about. Because of this space here, we need to have some support on the cardstock so it doesn't go into that space. So that's what that is about. But these movers and shapers are magnetic and very tough, actually. Look at that. So if you wanted that shape anywhere on Tim's tag, you just put it wherever you want to. There is a range of these magnetic additions to this range, so keep an eye out for them. There's one with a keyhole, which is rather nice. So we pop this one back so our cardstock doesn't collapse in the middle. Make our sandwich. Now this one has begun to bow, so I'm going to rotate it over and have it bend the other way. Bringing the Big Shot expressions back in place. I must say it's much heavier, and so it would be, I suppose, being electric, than my Big Shot. Have it take and push the button in the direction you want it to go. Now we have the tag. We can put this aside, because what I'd like to do now is show you these Tim Holtz edges that are available. I'll just reach for that. Again, on the alterations, this is one of the edges, and this one's called On the Fence, and I did this one with chipboard. So these dies can cut chipboard and cardstock and felt, material, foil and some metals, and of course Tim Holtz's grunge board, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use these smaller plates. Now I want to put an edge on the end of this tag. Now if you see, if I show you with the picture, this straight edge is the edge that you want on the innermost part of your cardstock. Let's turn it this way, that'll make it easier for you to see. And then it's that edge that's going to be free and decorated with its cut. Now, what I think is the best way of handling this, because it's all fingers and thumbs, is to put the bottom piece, let's get you where you can see, that's it, get the bottom piece and push it towards you, put the die and make sure that's towards you, and then put the cardstock in. Now we've got the straight edge, so that should be the innermost, and this is the edge, this is the decorative edge if you like. Now I place that there, eyeballing it really, just making sure that I've got equal distance here as I have here, which I can't do right now without getting my head in underneath the camera. and put the plate on top of that. Push them all three pieces so that they grip. Now we're going this way, which is clear to you, clear to you now, and we'll let it go through. Push that one out of the way to show you that edge. You won't see that too well there. You can see that a little bit better now. So this was with cardstock and this was with the chipboard. Now what I thought we might do is do a little bit of embossing, and I've got one of Tim Holtz's, again part of the Alteration collection, textured fades they call them, and I rather like this one with the crown on, which you can't really see very well, but I've cut this out from the packaging, and this will now go in my catalogue of die cuts and stamps that I keep to hand when I'm sitting and thinking about my layouts. It reminds me also what I've bought. So now I want, if this was two-sided, this was two colours, and I wanted the embossed side to be this side, I would place it down. Bring the folder down, put it between the two plates, which have done a walkabout. Ah, here they are. The Sizzix Expression comes with this long plate. Put them all together. Bring the Sizzix Expression back in again. Say hi, and through it goes. I'm getting quite used to this lazy way of doing it. Mind you, it's heavy pushing that thing to and fro. Right, and then you get this beautiful impression. This is the debossed side, and this is the embossed side. Now, before I take that any further and use a bit of distress ink on it to show you just how lovely that is, I want to talk to you about packaging. I've already said that I cut away these sample sheets for my catalogue so that when I'm sat at home planning, they're already there. And this is what I've already cannibalised, if you like, and here's the second one in the group. And that's the bingo card. So don't throw your packaging away, and this is what I'm trying to say to you. But I was watching Tim Holtz the other day with his videos, and this is obviously where I've got all my help today from. And why not use the plastic as well? Cut it out so you've got a flat surface, and I'm going to put it between the embossing plates, and you'll just see then what happens. So those are off to my designing catalogue. Now there isn't a right or wrong way to this, but we'll just pop it in, put it between the plates again, just make a note of which way round you need to have it, the plates. say hello and push. Now, again, you probably won't see this very well because it's going to reflect a lot. We need to put it on something so you can see. Now, do you see that? Can they see that? Where it's embossed and pushed the plastic, it's made it white. I'm sure we can find some use for that. In fact, I might just cut that crown out, for example. And I've got an instant embellishment. Can you see that? Very nice, isn't it? Right. What I wanted to show you now is how this crown turned out. And you're going to see it a lot better when it's got some colour on it. It's just so magical. Are you getting a good view of that? Yeah. Isn't it lovely? Now I've just used aged mahogany and walnut stain. Sometimes it's nice just to add a little bit of black soot. Not a lot, so I'm coming in off the mat and just kissing the edge, and it just, I think if it was on a page, it just lifts it off. It almost sort of smartens it, brightens it somehow. I just can't describe that really to you, but I think you might be able to see that. You never leave things alone, can you? There you go.